Have you ever noticed that the way that you speak has a rhythm? Not just your words, but your tone, your pauses, the way your voice rises and it falls. Every person carries a rhythm, even when you're not even thinking about it. And that rhythm says more about you than you actually even realize. For me, this became very clear when I started moving between French and English. Because in French, rhythm is not optional, it's structured. It flows, there's a musicality to it. You don't just speak French, you move through it. When it comes to English, I noticed something different. There was a clear shift. When I read in French, I feel it in my body, I feel it in my chest, it's in my bones. There's a connection. It feels natural, it feels innate. But when I read in English, it feels different. It feels more like it's up here, like in my head. I feel less connected to it in my body, and I started noticing the difference. The rhythm wasn't gone, but it felt less embodied, it was less felt, and over time, I started adjusting mine. And I'm actually realizing something now. Everything I was doing with my French lessons was a stepping stone to what I'm actually building today. At the time, I didn't fully comprehend it. I didn't know where I was going with it. I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to teach. And now everything makes sense. I see that nothing was wasted. Something was actually being built, even when I couldn't even name it yet at the time. I was already connected to identity then. And this is what happens to many of us. We don't lose our voice. We don't lose our rhythm. We adjust it. We soften parts of it. We speed it up. We slow it down. We change the tone. And it's not because something is wrong, but because we are trying to fit. We are trying to be understood. We're trying to be accepted. We want to feel comfortable in a space. But here's a part that most people don't think about. Your rhythm is connected to your identity. It reflects how you were raised, the environment you've been in, what you've been taught is acceptable, and even how safe you feel expressing yourself. So when your rhythm changes, it's not just communication, it's adaptation. And sometimes we adapt so much so that we don't even recognize our natural rhythm anymore. We start speaking in a way that feels more acceptable, more controlled, more appropriate, but less like us. And it's not because we're being fake, but because we've learned to adjust before anyone even asks us to do so. So I want you to think about this for a moment. When you speak, when you're completely at ease, what does your rhythm sound like? Is it slower? Is it expressive? Is it animated? Is it quiet? Is it grounded? And then ask yourself, when did I start changing it? Because your rhythm is not something you need to fix. It's something you need to notice and maybe even return to. Not in every space, not all at one time, but in places where you're allowed to be yourself. There is a version of your voice that doesn't require effort. It doesn't require monitoring. It doesn't require adjusting every second. And that version is where your clarity lives. If this resonates with you, I created a 10-lesson journey. It's called Speak, Feel, Belong, where I go deep into this idea of rhythm, of voice, and identity. The link is below in the description. Feel free to explore it. And remember, your rhythm is already there. You don't have to create it. You just have to come back to it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post the next video. Sur ce, on se dit à la prochaine. We'll see you soon.